And the woman takes the cinders and of them makes flowers. She weaves a curtain of threads of love and tenderness, which she places between her and man, so that he may learn to do otherwise. She takes the child which she hides in her bosom, far from the face of the serpent. Refuse to wear the veil, and why? He wants to penetrate that world of the veil, world of women behind the veil, world of beings in silence, world of waiting, world of words never spoken, world of glances which question, world of mouths sealed shut, of child after child, worlds of gestures which cross each other without meaning, that dark world, world of despair and suffering, world which calls her to it because she has been chosen to understand it. She draws back her hand, which has become icy. Her heart beats so hard that she fears it will burst. The ship is already quite close to the dock. Heat rising from the land envelops them. It is a humid heat which sticks to the skin. A crowd is pressing towards the exit. For an instant she's seized with panic. Wouldn't it be better now to hurl herself into the water, to annihilate herself once and for all, never to have to confront that life which awaits her out there, in the stifling heat of days which will never be clear and fresh, with that man who has become a total stranger to her and who represents a world of women which she's going to discover? She must win victory for them, or at least one among them must win out. His brother is already there awaiting them. He wears the same somewhat mocking smile she had noticed on P in the beginning, when he had been waiting for her outside the gate at school. The brother is staring fixedly at her. He puts her hands to her face. All this will be different when heavy cloth makes separation between her face and his seeing. She will see him as she sees him now, but he will see of her only a shining fabric which hides the features of the one who looks at him. He will sense that she's looking at him, but that is all. There will be no communication. The woman, shoved behind the veil, is forced inwardly upon herself. She beats against the wall of her heart, and her blows rebound against the veil. She regards from the interior of the veil her past, her present, and her future, which are but one same image. She cannot even cry, for tears invisible mark only the skin behind the veil. What others see is never a true reflection. Perhaps it would be enough, this is another song, perhaps it would be enough to have one single word or two interlaced hands, to turn madness into love, to turn leaving into coming back, to change death into life. O south of my country, heart of the madness where the child has fallen at the point weaned of hope, at the point where we should have planted love. Perhaps it would be enough to have one gesture, to have one saying or one symbol, for the sword to turn into flower, for the blood to become earth, for your name to be inscribed in me. O heart of my country, heart of the universe, O center of the earth where the camp gave up where we should have given hope. Perhaps it would be enough to have some faith. Perhaps it would be enough to reinvent some words there where hatred is let loose, where the bird is calcinated, where my past remains caught. Perhaps it would be enough to write one melody or one chorus, for the screams to become songs, for the child to become bird, for man to learn to love all over again. O city torn apart, O vineyard stained with blood, O bodies tortured, O ravaged faces, where we should have weaved love. Il suffirait d'un mot peut-être, ou de deux mains entrelacées, pour que folie devienne amour, pour que partir devienne retour, pour que la vie reprenne jour. Au sud de mon pays, au cœur de la folie, où l'enfant est tombé, au point sevré d'espoir, au point où il aurait fallu planter l'amour. Il suffirait d'un geste peut-être, d'une parole ou d'un symbole, pour que l'épée devienne fleur, pour que le sang devienne terre, pour que ton nom s'inscrive en moi. Au cœur de mon pays, au cœur de l'univers, au centre de la terre, où le camp s'est rendu, où il aurait fallu donner l'espoir. Il suffirait d'y croire peut-être, réinventer des mots peut-être, là où la haine se déchaîne, là où l'oiseau est calciné, où mon passé reste accroché. Au sud de mon pays, au cœur de la folie, où l'enfant est tombé, au point sevré d'espoir, au point où il aurait fallu planter l'amour. Il suffirait d'écrire peut-être une mélodie ou un refrain, pour que les cris deviennent chants, pour que l'enfant devienne oiseau, pour que l'homme apprenne à aimer. Aux villes écartelées, aux vignes ensanglantées, aux corps suppliciés, visages ravagés, où il aurait fallu tisser l'amour. I'm going to sing one more song, and perhaps I could take some questions if you have questions, or I can continue reading and singing if you like. I would like to sing one more song, which is a song taken from a poem that a friend of mine, some of whom may know, Emil Snyder. He's also one of the pioneers of African literature, like Charlotte Brunner here, who was the first one to teach to start a course in African literature in this university and in the country. Emil Snyder was also a pioneer of African literature, and he composed a song when Lumumba, Eduardo Mondlane, chief of the Frelimos, was assassinated in Africa. And he was in Africa with Eva, who's his wife now, wasn't at the time. And he wrote a beautiful poem. I took the first line of this poem that says, Je t'aime et des hommes meurent. I love you and men are dying. I took this sentence. It's not his poem. I made a song starting with that line, which I found so beautiful. And the song says, his life is made of dream, of mysteries, of tenderness and of hope. He walks on a plain in the expectation, in the drunkenness of knowledge. He didn't know how to see, he didn't know how to believe, he didn't know how to capture time. I love you and men are dying, I love you and men are falling. I love you and the night is descending on your city of dream. He goes alone on the roads, he exalts the language of his thoughts, he walks in his story, he invents himself images of the future. He comes dressed in a star, his eyes are of rain, his hair of earth, in his hands he's holding a flower. Will you be able to tell us, will you be able to write, will you be able to cross silence, Teach us how to break the chains. Teach us how to tear hatred. Teach us how to trace the lines of memory. I love you and men are dying. Sa vie est faite de rêves, de mystères, de tendresse et d'espoir. Il marche dans une plaine, dans l'attente, dans l'ivresse du savoir. Il n'a pas su voir, il n'a pas su croire, il n'a pas su capter le temps, il n'a pas su capter le temps. Je t'aime et des hommes meurent, je t'aime et des hommes tombent, je t'aime et la nuit descend sur ta ville de rêve. Il va tout seul sur les routes, il exalte le langage de sa pensée. Il marche dans son histoire, il s'invente des images du futur. Il n'a pas su voir, il n'a pas su croire, il n'a pas su capter le temps. Il n'a pas su capter le temps. Je t'aime et des hommes meurent, je t'aime et des hommes tombent, je t'aime et la nuit descend sur ta ville de rêve. Il vient vêtu d'une étoile, ses yeux sont de pluie, ses cheveux de terre, dans ses mains il tient une fleur. Sauras-tu nous dire, sauras-tu écrire, sauras-tu franchir le silence, sauras-tu franchir le silence. Apprends-nous à rompre les chaînes, apprends-nous à briser la haine, apprends-nous à tracer les lignes de la mémoire. Je t'aime et des hommes meurent, je t'aime et des hommes tombent, je t'aime et la nuit descend sur ta ville de rêve. I'd be happy to take questions, or if you have a request, or if you have a song that you would all like to sing. It's difficult, you know, it's funny because you see me but I don't see you. So I see only the faces very close.
If you sing another song.
Sure. This is my latest song. I wish I have some musicians who play with me, and it's a bit easier when they play because it shifts from two different tonalities, minor and major, and it's nicer when I have that accompaniment. It's a song that I wrote last year when a friend of mine was killed in Lebanon, washing his hands in his house in the mountains. Innocent victim of the hatred. I mean, it was a bullet shrapnel that went through the window and hit him right in his throat. And he and his wife she's a very good friend of mine. They were both very, very dear friends of mine, and I was very upset by this loss. And I wrote a song about the stupidity of war and of violence. War has destroyed everything. Hatred has wrecked all hopes. Vengeance has killed the life of my poor country. He has left us, the friend who was holding our hands. He has given his heart and his songs. He has flown away like the morning bird, the comrade of friendship's circle. War conceives only war. Violence repeats itself in blood. Procession of all the innocents, cadavers under the ruins. He has fallen, the friend who had understood us. He has given his flowers and passion. He has found the secret of life, the brother lost forever. War, this monstrous war, bombs these engines of death, the anger of all the innocents dying, dying, dying. The friend has crossed the most beautiful forest. He has inscribed his smile in the night. With his companion, he has revived and shared a union we will never forget. War, this revolting war, occupation to which we see no end. The courage of those who are still believing in their poor country. Please bear with me since it's a new song and I'm not the music. La guerre, elle a tout détruit. La haine a tout anéanti. La vengeance a tué la vie de mon pauvre pays. Il est parti l'ami qui nous tenait les mains. Il a laissé son cœur et ses chansons. Il s'est envolé comme l'oiseau des matins. Le camarade du cercle d'amitié. La guerre ne conçoit que la guerre. La violence se répète dans le sang. Le cortège de tous les innocents, cadavres sous les ruines. Il est tombé l'ami qui nous avait compris. Il a donné ses fleurs et sa passion. Il a trouvé le secret de la vie. Le frère perdu à tout jamais. La guerre, la monstrueuse guerre, les bombes, ces engins de la mort, la colère de tous les innocents qui meurent, qui meurent, qui meurent. L'ami a traversé la plus belle des forêts. Il a inscrit son sourire dans la nuit. Avec sa compagne, ils ont ravivé et partagé une union qu'on n'oubliera jamais. La guerre, cette révoltante guerre, l'occupation dont on ne voit pas la fin, le courage de ceux qui qui continuent de croire en leur pauvre pays.
Very good match. And I don't think anything should follow that. I didn't follow it. Thank you. Thank you.
Really? Oh, it's your translation is beautiful. Your translation is
Oh, no,
beautiful.
no, no. I mean, it's like song music.
Oh, yeah, but it needs to be perfected. The last song.
Sa traduction, quoi, qu'est-ce que tu dis?
Elle est bonne sa traduction, hein?
Très bonne sa traduction, oui.
I enjoyed you so much, Evelyn.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
heard you back in 1980.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
And David gave me a copy of your book, and I
Oh.
don't think there's anything that has ever affected me so much. But your singing is marvelous too.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I get very discouraged with the whole world situation
Yeah.
in the Middle East and at the present time, but it's wonderful that you are around. And
Thank you. It's wonderful that to have friends like them.
Oh,
that
I know,
encouraged
I know.
me so much throughout those years.
I
Charlotte
want to
is
meet some
an
special
encouragement.
friends. This is Nancy Smith, who drove over from Iowa City. She did her
Oh.
master's with David and me,
Oh,
and she's
how nice
doing a
of you to
PhD
come.
in Iowa City.
How
And
nice.
this is Billy Green, who has read all your work and is a
Hello.
dear and appreciative
Yes,
friend
you-
and critic.
I love your song.
Thank you
I
very
love
much.
the book, but I love the song.
Thank you very much.
I'm so glad to meet you.
Good. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Tu es là? Je ne savais pas que tu étais là.
I knew she was here. I knew she was here, and I just got an interview.
Oui, écoute, mais je ne savais pas que tu étais là.
You left 3 years ago. I'm so glad.
When did you leave?
Oh, let me
I missed you so much. What are you doing here?
My husband finds a job over here right now.
Yes.
It's, I don't really like it.
It's even more provincial.
Yeah, it's like, but I try to come because I have a son.
You do, c'est vrai.
Oui, j'ai un petit garçon et j'ai dû l'emmener chez la femme. I didn't want to miss that.
Oh, thank you for coming. Tu sais, j'ai eu beaucoup de chagrin qu'on a perdu contact pendant la dernière année. Il y a eu tellement d'incompréhension et c'était en partie ma faute. J'ai regretté. J'ai regretté parce que je me suis rendu compte que j'aurais dû être plus équilibrée, tu sais, dans mes relations avec. Et ça, j'ai appris. J'ai appris parce que j'ai été très déçue, tu vois, aussi. Je sais pas, une fois peut-être qu'on pourra se
Oui,
parler.
je serais tellement contente de te voir. I was so happy. I missed you.
Yeah, me too. Very,
But
very
je suis pas arrivée à reprendre le contact avec toi. C'était dur. Pour plusieurs raisons, mais je suis pas arrivée. J'étais très blessée, tu vois, j'arrivais pas
Je comprends.
à reprendre avec toi.
Tu sais,
J'étais contente, je me suis dit c'est quelque chose qui est descendu du destin
Oui.
Kevin Gale.
Je suis si heureuse. Reprenons, parce que j'ai été très souvent, je t'ai cherché même. Et je me disais, il faut que je la voie, il faut que je lui parle, parce que je savais. It's incredible, I didn't know she was here.
Yeah, I knew when husband told me, and I'm so glad you could come. I just wanted
I'm
to
so
have
glad
a chance
to
to
see
speak
her.
to some other people. I know
She
you
was
must
one
be.
of my teachers.
I hope you can see her again.
I hope so too. Because she
Come back tomorrow
I would
afternoon.
be very happy. I would be delighted to see her.
C'est vrai, really? Oh, merci. C'est très difficile. Tu sais, ça aidait souvent, je t'ai cherché. Je t'ai cherché très souvent parce que je voulais te parler. Parce que, tu sais, moi, j'étais bloquée. Et j'étais bloquée par une situation où je voulais aider quelqu'un. Et en même temps, j'ai été déséquilibrée dans mon rapport avec toi. Et après, je l'ai beaucoup regretté, surtout que j'ai été très déçue par cette personne. Très déçue.
Mais tu sais, je vais te dire, si ça n'avait pas été cette situation, je n'aurais jamais quitté le département.
C'est pas vrai.
J'aurais continué mes études.
Ça me fait de la peine, ça me fait mal. Mais ça, j'ai appris une leçon que moi, je me suis laissée trop entraîner, tu vois, dans... Oui, et puis je n'ai pas été assez équilibrée. Et maintenant, si je te disais... Enfin, je veux te faire... Paul, viens rencontrer. C'est mon ami Paul Vieille. Tu l'as rencontré? Non, il dirige la revue. Je veux que tu rencontres. Viens, elle est tellement... Ça me fait tellement plaisir que moi aussi. C'est pour ça.
You know, that really is a wonderful translation. I mean, it reads very well. I imagine it's nice for you to hear her read.
Yes, I was, the first time I really heard it. I'd read it before and I wanted to do it.
It reads well out loud. I mean, it really comes through.